Don't you love it when something actually lives up to either hype or lives up to its potential? That's what we're going to talk about today because ZiiP launched a new program free on their app, and it's all about plumping the lips. And I can tell you it works. And I can tell you it works with actual evidence because I recently invested in a Reveal camera, which is like a Vizia's baby sister. So she does reds, which is blood. She does browns. She does eyelashes. She does all kinds of things that I'm able to then really objectively compare the results. What is going on underneath the surface? So I had the pleasure of having Melanie Simon, the founder of ZiiP, back on my channel to walk us through the new program and to give us a tutorial, to give us tips and tricks and the whole nine. And I thought, I'm going to take a before picture with my new camera and I'm going to work with Melanie, and then I'm going to take an after picture and just see what really happens to that area. And the results are incredible. Let me put them up here on the screen. Now, my before, you can see that around like the edges of my mouth, first of all, they're a little bit flatter and they also are less pink. They're less red. So there's less blood flow, less circulation, and they're just not as plumped up. Now in the after, you can see my lips are completely plumped up. They are full. The circulation is clearly there. And they just look a lot more vibrant in the after picture. In real life, I actually noticed that the fine lines, the very, very fine lines that are around my mouth looked a little bit plumped up. My vermilion border looked plumped up. I noticed that my lower lip definitely looked plumped up. But when I looked at these pictures, there is no doubt that it was bringing circulation to my lips and all around. And that is so good for our lips and good for the tissue around our lips. We are aging and that stuff slows down. So this is so cool that we have this free program on the ZiiP app that we can now access and do a 2-minute treatment on our lips to help them just be rejuvenated. Now, this is not just for the Halo users. So I did use my Halo twice today while I was working with Melanie, which you are going to see. And then we discussed the GX. Melanie gives us the way that you can get the same treatment, what you need to do, the program that you need to do, and you can follow the exact same tutorial, all of it. So let's welcome Melanie to the channel again, and I will see you on the other side.
So this is one of my most coveted, famous treatments. I developed it 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and I only had it for myself on my app because my app is not the same as everybody else's app. I have professional treatments on there, and I use it when I'm prepping people for production or red carpet or my clients. And everyone wanted it. When I did it on a few makeup artists, it especially started at Violet Gray, but I did it on a few makeup artists and they all wanted it. It became this thing. And then ZiiP lips became this thing and this hashtag. And we were like, no, 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 not yet, not yet. And we've finally come to the place where we're ready to launch it on a wide scale. And so it's very exciting. And I wanted it to be on Valentine's Day. I wanted it to be a gift to all of you for Valentine's Day from me. And whether you're going to stay home and sit on the couch and watch, you know, The Devil Wears Prada or whatever, it's just amazing, amazing for your lips. It's also great once you've done the treatment, any treatment, to then go in, upload the lips treatment and finish off with it. And you can also really customize how you want it. Do you want to pout? Do you want to lift? Do you just want some volume down here? It's not this like crazy duck lip thing. It's just, it gives you volume where you want it.
So let's talk about what's happening. Why is it working around your mouth? Like, what is the science behind it?
I make what I think that all of my community really is crying out for. And if I can't make it excellent, I won't release it. So what's happening with this bad boy is it's vasodilating. And what that means is it's relaxing the blood vessels. And you can absolutely feel it. It is the strongest vasodilator that I have available throughout the app, throughout anything. And you can feel the blood and the lymphatic fluid flowing into this area.
Can you do this program more than once if you want to?
Yes, I do it typically 2 times.
Okay, cool. So when I did it yesterday, I noticed that when I went over my top lip, if the probe hit my bottom lip a little bit, it was super tingly, which honestly didn't bother me at all because to me, it was like, whoa, something's going on. Is that normal? And
Yes.
should people expect that there might be a little bit of a tingle?
There is going to be tingle. Please gel all the way on the lips, under lips. Make sure you get the sides, the cracks, and then you want gel all the way around here, because let's say you're working this zone right here, this vermilion border, you're also hitting this tissue, which a lot of people don't know it, but this is one of the spots we lose volume in the earliest as we age. And so when you get volume back here, it makes your face look much more youthful. So you want to have gel all in this area. So you're hitting this and the vermilion border, same on the top. Now, when you feel that tingling, the lips are sensitive, but it just means that your circulation is increasing dramatically. That's what it means.
So since I know that there are going to be people that think this is probably not something that you want to do on your whole face.
No.
Yeah. I think it's important to tell people.
No, remember when everybody went through the craze of Sculptra everywhere, fat transfers everywhere, and then just everybody looked very round, like pumpkin shaped. And then, of course, the pendulum swung away from that and it wore off, and people really never wanted to go back to that.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, there are definitely people that want volume right here because they're getting hollow.
Yeah.
Right here. You just want to be able to control it, or you've gotten hollow here, or you've gotten a little hollow here. The plump treatment is the best for that because it's just the right amount. It is a vasodilator as well, but it's also kicking up that collagen production. So you're kind of getting both. Where with this one, it's almost just entirely about bringing that blood and lymphatic fluid into the lip area. This is something that every time I would ZiiP, if this were important to me, I would go in and do just a little bit of it. Even if a lot of people will tell me it's just the corner. Like, also, most people, just like their eyes, have asymmetrical lips. Like I have a weak lip on this side, it goes down, it's rounder up here, and then this one's much fuller. So I hate that, especially in videos. So I really try to work this zone to equal out this. I might not even touch this side. So it can really be something that just helps you to even out the way that your mouth looks, or, if you're starting to really turn down, to pull up. And also when you're working, let's say the corners, you're also hitting this, you're hitting those marionette lines. So you're getting all kinds of benefits from this, because this area we do want to see increase in that volume. It's not going to look odd or anything like that.
I'm just curious, is there nano in this treatment, or is it just this?
No, it is entirely micro.
Okay.
And it's entirely micro, and it's a sine wave. Sine waves specifically, they're shaped like this, are very, very good at at increasing circulation. When I want to increase circulation, I use a sine wave. That's almost what it does entirely. And that's the whole name of the game of this. It's a high amplitude, nothing higher, nothing that's going to harm you, but it's a high amplitude, it's a sine wave, and it's hitting pretty fast. So you're getting a ton of blood in a very short amount of time.
How about if you show us, just demonstrate for us. I have a little bit of bioderma. I'm going to take this off too and follow along, but I would love for you just to demo it. And then let's talk about the GX. After we do that, we'll talk about how people who have the GX can get this treatment as well.
Perfect. Now, when I show you my app, it is not going to look like your app because I'm always testing things. So disclaimer, I just want to show you really quick. So this is what my Zip Lips looks like. I'm sure yours will probably look like this too, but this is what mine looks like, but it's been on there for a long, long time. So maybe you have a different picture, but you can see I have all these things I'm testing, low frequency, high frequency, blah, 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 all this crazy stuff. So pay no attention to that. You're going to look for it'll say Zip Lips, click on that. Always make sure your device is on. Start the treatment. You want to hear, this is important, that beep, beep, beep. I've noticed that a lot of people they won't actually sync and then they just start and they're actually then doing the lift treatment. So you want to make sure, remember, you've got start your treatment. You're waiting for that beep, 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 and the check mark. You want both of those things, and then you're golden. So then you'll see I'm going to completely coat the area.
Okay. I did that too.
Yep. And then I'm going to come up and around also. Because I want to get, especially for me, I like this. When this area gets more volume, it takes years off my face. Okay, now the way the video is going to show you to do it is minute 1 on the top, then you'll get a beep, and then you do minute 2 on the bottom, beep, beep, you're done. Now we can do whatever we want. So for instance, what do you want to focus on, Penn?
Well, one side of my mouth is also crooked, and I think it's this side. And then I want more volume on my lower lip.
Yes. So let's start volume on the lower lip. Now you can get right up on it.
Make sure for this treatment.
Let me turn you down.
I know. Like I say, whenever I hear my voice on those videos, I want to faint. I want to melt into a puddle like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Honestly, you're so great. Shush.
I've heard it so many times. I'm just like, stop.
So are we on the lips too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I can feel it.
Yeah.
Also, if you get now, it runs between the probes. It's hitting all the meat, but definitely the spots right under the probes.
Okay.
You feel the most tingling, no doubt. So I would kind of alternate that back and forth. I wouldn't even pay attention to this yet because like we said, we could do it twice. Also, you do not need to use a lot of pressure with this. With the other ones, I use a ton of pressure. With this one, I don't because it's superficial. We want to pull the blood right up to the top where we want it to be. I can already feel my bottom lip is gone.
That's so cool, honestly.
Right? So then for me, now we're going to turn it back on. And then we're going to do what you said, like we're going to hit the corners. But I could have totally gotten it done in one. When you're time crunched, we're just going big because we can. Okay, so I'm starting the second one. There it goes. I got the check. I got the beep. And now I'm going to get up here. So this is that piece that I was saying, this part of the lip. So right now I can feel, it feels like a little tiny, I don't know, like something's almost like vibrating under the skin and in a line. Is that what you feel?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. And it's under the probes where it's the most intense. And then between, you're definitely feeling it, but not nearly as intensely as you are right under the balls of the globes. Now, let's say I wanted this up right here. I would be kind of holding up like this and plumping here. Now, typically on that beep, I'd go to the other side, but remember what I said? I have a weak side. Pen, you may not.
You can just
I know.
customize it.
Yeah, and see, look, you can get right under here. I know a lot of people do you know, the lip flip,
Yep.
but that can go so wrong.
I
So,
know, so
oh
wrong.
God, so wrong. A couple of people I've seen that it suits them, but not many.
I agree.
So this is a good way. Like if that's what you're looking for, you can go vertical like this and push the lip up
Hmm.
and get that effect, but in a subtle way that looks elegant, not odd.
And yeah, odd. Oh, that is so cool.
See, you
You know what else I think is cool about this too is that obviously increased circulation, blood flow, it's going to oxygenate. All of that actually over time, I would think if you did it on a regular basis, would lead to collagen and all of that. All the
absolutely
lip lines and all the things.
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to do it one more time because I do want you to see I mean, this isn't just about lips. It's about the whole area around the lips that, you know, people are very self-conscious of. And this just works the best. It really fills those lines in. And yes, if you're doing it regularly, like it's a great one to do just at the end, and you don't have to do it as long as we're doing it, but you can just bob back and forth right here.
Mhm.
And you can hit all of those lines. And you're also hitting the vermilion border. Vermilion border, in case anyone doesn't know, is just the border around the lip. And a lot of people, they really like to see that plumped up, not necessarily the meat, but some people also want to see the meat and not necessarily the border, which is why this gives you the flexibility to do what it is you want.
Right.
And then I'll pat it down and your lips should feel really hydrated after that, but
Okay, so let's talk about the GX.
yes, okay.
So I've got my GX here.
Yep.
I just toggled to, well, I pulled up. So if anybody that has the GX would probably know, but if you have both, so you just go up here and then you choose ZiiP GX.
Yes.
Turn on
Yep.
my Old Faithful. Still love
Yep.
her.
I know, she's
Okay,
amazing.
so tell us, I know you can do this with your Halo because you can access the GX side with your Halo. But if you are somebody with a GX, you can pull up the GX and then what would they do to do the same moves and everything and get the same effect?
So I would do plump. It's 2
Okay.
minutes. It's not the same waveform, but it's close. It's also a vasodilator. That's what I would choose. Now, for all of you GX users, you also have, let me switch over. Because if you have a Halo, you can do what's on the GX as well. And the GX has the GX has a lot of very technical treatments.
I still love this one a lot.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, you have primer on the GX that you don't have on the Halo, and the primer is another one that's a vasodilator. It's just great all over the face because it gets the blood flowing and it gets you prepared for any treatment afterward. It's not going to vasodilate the way the plump will or the way the lips will. Lips are going to plump the absolute most, and plump is going to be next because remember, it's a mild plump, but it also is going to really help over time to build. So let's go ahead and do plump. Oh, let's pretend I had my GX, which Pen has. Okay. And then I'm just gonna put a tiny bit more gel on.
Me too.
I'm gonna be so crazily plumped up for Valentine's Day, which we are prepping for right now. Okay, and then same situation.
Oh, I can definitely feel it.
Oh,
Like,
big time.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
It's not like, I mean, please do not feel as if you don't have access to the ability to do this. You really feel this.
Geez, I love that.
Bam.
Awesome. I mean, oh my gosh, I can totally tell it in your lips.
No, they both work so well, but
Yeah.
you're golden with the plump. Do
Awesome.
it. Just follow that technique that we just showed. And I know I feel weird when I'm smiling, like, whoa, where did these come from? I just got filler.
Okay, so do you have any last things that you want to, any last tips, tricks, anything you want to say before we finish off here?
Well, if there are any questions, please send them to us and Penn and I will get back to you.
Yeah, I have to say, I really think that it's what you said all along, is that it's cool that you can update the app and just gift to people new programs and things like that. So I think that that's really cool. And thank you for doing that, because this one is something I will use all the time. I mean, I use my ZiiP often anyway, but I could see using this, I mean, 2 minutes or 4 minutes, I could see using it every day. Well, thank you so much for coming here again today, especially because I know I asked you this relatively last minute, and I just appreciate it because I know people are going to have questions, and I just think it's such a super cool surprise.
No, it was great. I was buck naked, getting out of the bathtub. I saw the text. I'm like, yes, Valentine's Day, let's do it. We have 24 hours.
You did it. That's awesome.
We did it.
My friend, thank you, thank you, thank you. And obviously we will talk again soon.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful, and I hope that you will pull out your ZiiP. If you haven't been using it, this is your sign to get it out and start using it around your mouth. No doubt this is so good for that area. It is going to be so great for working on fine lines, for working on our actual lips. This is really a fantastic program that is free. So get your ZiiP out and try it yourself. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.